Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and in today's video I just want to go through everything that has to about the characters kit, Vivian and Hugo specifically. Without wasting time, let's get into it. So I want to see what they do, and I actually don't know if I'm assuming Hugo is a DPS because in the story that we did he was we were fighting him, right? I'm not sure about Vivian though. So let's see.
Let's get straight into our agent intros.
Is she like a stunner?
An S-rank ether anomaly agent.
Oh, she's an ether anomaly.
Parasol and sword to attack enemies. After repeatedly attacking enemies, Vivian
Okay. Vivian performs a rush of attacks, dealing ether damage and recovering flight feather upon hit, triggering perfect dodge during the rush grants additional flight feather. After using the skill, Vivian enters a fluttering flock state if she possesses flight feather. So it seems like she rotates her skills, or like her kit is based around the what is it called? Fluttering flight feather. I wonder what that is. Maybe they'll explain it here.
S-rank ether anomaly agent. In combat, Vivian uses her parasol and sword to attack enemies. After repeatedly attacking enemies, Vivian enters the noblewoman state, and by pressing basic attack again, Vivian will perform a forward thrust and restore flight feathers. After that skill, Vivian enters the fluttering frog state. With enough energy, Vivian can use her EX special attack to launch a powerful attack, dealing massive damage.
Okay, she just goes into the air. So whenever wait, I'm confused. Whenever she attacks, she gains she recovers flight feather state, right? And then on her she can do an enhanced auto, and then pressing the EX skill enters flight feather, right? A fluttering something, I guess.
After that skill, Vivian enters the fluttering frog state.
Oh, fluttering frog.
Vivian can use her EX special attack to launch a powerful attack, dealing massive damage and recovering flight feathers. After the skill, entering the fluttering frog state.
Don't underestimate my parasol. Not
She seems cool.
weapon against enemies on the battlefield. It also helps me maintain my balance.
Right. While in the fluttering frog state, Vivian attacks enemies from the air, consuming flight feathers and giving herself guard feathers.
Miss Vivian is elegant and fluid even on
Okay, she gains stacks from being in the state.
Of course,
Okay, she seems cool so far.
hits an enemy with her EX special attack, Vivian consumes guard feathers and launches a feather bloom attack. This effect can activate.
Oh, she's an all-field buffer.
Vivian's feather bloom hits any enemy under an anomaly. It will result in extra instance of anomaly damage and inflict Vivian's prophecy. In that state, the enemy will take ether damage over time, and that damage can trigger an attribute anomaly. In addition, if there are other anomaly or ether characters in the squad, and a squad mate triggers an attribute anomaly, Vivian will consume guard feathers to launch feather bloom against the target. This will
Okay, so it seems like she's an off-field support. The buffs are normal.
for the whole team.
Miss Vivian
Okay,
is, as
she seems cool.
exceptional in
I wonder if she's worth pulling for me.
In
I don't
combat,
have
Vivian first unleash her EX special
like
attack,
good
triggering flight
supports.
feathers. Then, with enough decibels, unleash her ultimate, and Vivian will perform a finisher in an area centered around the enemy, recovering a large amount of flight feathers. Then, attack the enemy in the fluttering frog state to gain guard feathers. You can now switch to another character and use an EX special attack with Vivian's feather bloom attack.
Okay,
Support.
so basically her kit works around her recovering and consuming stacks, right? I think that's the best way to describe it. I forgot the name. So whenever she's attacking, she gains stacks, and whenever she goes up into the floating state, and whenever she is in that state, every attack that she does recovers stacks. She only loses stacks when she ults and when she is off field, and the ally that she switched to, or the ally that's on the field triggers anomaly, and then she consumes her stacks and then does damage off field. That's what I'm getting here, right? Yeah, she seems cool. I think her animation's really cool, but the kid is like,
I'll protect you.
I'm not sure if the kid is like really good. Okay, Hugo.
Ice attack agent, Hugo. As Hugo's once closest partner and now arch nemesis, do you have any intel to share, Mr. Lycon? True. After Hugo uses certain attacks, he can throw his scythe to slash enemies and follow up with a ranged.
Transform into a deadly
Wait, what
weapon in the
does...
blink of an eye.
I missed what they said. Let me try to read. After using basic attack, Dark Abyss Quartet, dodge counter or quick assist, Hugo can press or hold attack to trigger basic attack. Dark Abyss Concerto. Okay.
After Hugo uses certain attacks, he can throw his scythe to slash enemies and follow up with a ranged attack. The ranged attack can also be charged for a more powerful shot.
Wait, so after using basic attack,
Uses certain attacks, he can throw his scythe to slash enemies.
Ace is inconspicuous.
I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah.
Deadly weapon in the blink of an eye.
It's true. After Hugo uses certain attacks, he can throw his scythe to slash enemies and follow up with a ranged attack. The ranged attack can also be charged for a more powerful shot.
Okay, after certain attacks, he can attack with a frozen scythe, and he can hold it. Okay, that seems simple enough. So he is a DPS.
Enough energy, launch an EX special attack, and Hugo will twirl his scythe, then perform a powerful upwards attack, dealing massive damage.
He will use this sharp scythe to cut down and punish all
Man,
evil.
I don't like Hugo's design, but damn,
Is the stunned enemy, they trigger Totalize, which
he looks cool.
attack damage based on the remaining stun duration. After Totalize is triggered, that enemy special
Wait, what?
attack or ultimate is the stunned enemy, they trigger Totalize.
He will use this sharp scythe to cut down and punish all evil.
That's right. When his AX special attack or ultimate is the stunned enemy, they trigger Totalize, which increases Hugo's attack damage based on the remaining stun duration. After
Okay, so his ult and skill deal damage on depending on how much remaining stun time there is. Okay, seems cool.
That enemy immediately recovers from stun and accumulates a certain amount of days. In addition, if there are stun or support characters,
Oh, even in that state, they still maintain the days. I mean, like, they come out of the being stunned, they still maintain, or not maintain, but like get a certain amount of days. It's interesting.
and so does the
Is he the first character that does that? I think so, right? It's very unique.
But also many combat skills.
Yeah, his animations look sick. Too bad I don't like his design.
entering combat, use another agent to stun the enemy, then switch Hugo in to unleash his EX special attack and activate Totalize. With enough decibels, launch
Okay,
his ultimate,
so it seems like the best case to use him, the most damage that he does is when enemies are stunned.
and Hugo will throw his scythe
Okay.
to attack enemies, then catch it and perform a sweeping slash in a large area, which also triggers Totalize against the stunned enemies.
Though we've been apart
Okay.
for quite some time, I have to admit,
It seems cool.
Hugo is still the most reliable ally on the battlefield.
I mean, the ult is kind of underwhelming, but
has
he
only
seems
honed
cool
his
in general.
further.
Apart from the elegant Miss Vivian and handsome Mr. Hugo, isn't there an
I don't know if I want to check out the bamboo. I already went over this, but yeah, that kid seems good, honestly. So Vivian. So just to summarize, Vivian attacks the enemies and then gains stacks, and whenever she uses the EX ability, she goes into a floating state where she floats with her umbrella and deals damage, and she recovers stacks, and the only way she loses stacks is when she's ulting and when she's off field, and the ally that is on field triggers an anomaly. Okay, that's when she loses stacks. And then for Hugo, he deals damage but the most amount of damage that he does is when the enemy is stunned. Whenever he uses like EX and EX special or his ult, he deals the most damage, and in that state they immediately come out of being stunned, but they maintain the daze. Okay, I think overall the kits seem fine. Honestly, I think they really look cool, but I don't know if they're like game breaking or with like I was contemplating whether or not to pull for them. I don't think they're very much pull characters, honestly, but they seem cool enough, you know. I think they're very interesting, especially Vivian. I think her design is really nice. I really like her design. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did like the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.